What's up, everybody? My name is Godzi, and welcome back to another episode of Wonderful Everyday Down the Rabbit Hole. Last episode, Takuji managed to beat up Tomasane on the roof. He kicked his ass somehow. Because, I don't know, maybe he actually did get powers or something. And he talked to Yuki, the girl Yuki, not the guy Yuki. I'd start calling them both by their last names, but I don't know, Yuki is just easier. But I already called Tomasane anyways, but whatever. He talked to Yuki, and then he talked to Ayana and started screaming, so that's cool. And now he's looking at the message board again, so yeah, let's continue. I decided to check the Sawayaka message board from the computer at my house. Until now, I always felt like doing this went against my mother's will. So I never did anything like this in my house. So you're at your home, huh? Not your base, okay? So are we gonna see more of Hasaki, then? Because I am concerned about, how Takuji refers to Hasaki. I mean, he hasn't directly referred to her, but I'm assuming that he's definitely referred to her in not exactly a positive light. But now it's different. This doesn't go against my mother's will. It was all planned by my mother before she died. Everything is pre-established harmony. All events appear to be independent and mutually unrelated to each other. And they truly are. My mother's will is materialized in this world as both the force and the effect. It is an infinitely small, simple, indivisible substance, and an infinite number of them make up the world. The effect of my mother's will is representation. And there is both a dark side and a light side to that representation. Those things that are represented by the dark side of my mother's will are physical. The light side of the representation of my mother's will is mental or spiritual. The transition between the light and dark sides of my mother's will is continuous. That's the important part. Each piece of my mother's will is a windowless monad, don't know that word, that doesn't interact with any of the others, but the clarity of each one illuminates the universe. Just like two synchronized clocks. It's pre-established harmony, established by my mother at the time of the world's creation. The world advances in accordance with my mother's program. Therefore, my mother knows everything in the world. My mother knew everything. Of course, she also knew everything about me. That I only pretended to be diligent while I was at the house. That I was disgusting when I wasn't at home. Even though she knew, she acted as if she didn't. I was a diligent child at home. That's how I acted. I didn't think she noticed. I never brought anything vulgar into the house. I didn't bring anything perverted into the house. I didn't masturbate in the house, okay. Well, when I wasn't at home, I was vulgarity itself. I did nothing but masturbate in my secret base. That's great, dude. Sweeping or masturbating. In my newest base, I even had internet. I would browse the internet, masturbate, get tired, sweep, browse the internet, masturbate, get tired, sweep, eat, browse the internet, masturbate, get tired, and sweep. That's all I would ever do in a day. My mother knew. She knew everything. That every time I was on the internet, I was downloading pornographic movies or pictures. I'm throwing around the pen. I used P2P software to illegally download pornography, and I masturbated over and over, every single day. I was filth, and it was all predetermined. While I masturbated, I love to imagine myself dressed as a girl and raping beautiful women. Oh, okay. I don't think we needed this deep dive into your kinks, dude. Okay. Or sometimes myself dressed as a girl being raped by a futanari, though I would never want to do it with a guy. Okay, dude. Fine. Whatever. I won't kink shame you, but I will just pretend you didn't say that also. That I had a notebook where I drew pictures like that myself. My mother knew everything. That too was predetermined. In a way, it was even my mother's will that I masturbated all day long. Okay, dude. Now I understand. That wasn't even my will. So then, what was it all for? The reason why I masturbated so much. The reason I can't stop masturbating. There should be a reason for that. I think it's called addiction. That or boredom. There's still many things I don't understand. There's still many riddles to solve. Looks like it'll take a little longer for me to comprehend my mother's will. To completely comprehend God's will. I checked my computer, whether it was sending the curse mail to those 3 every hour, whether the countdown messages were being sent to all the others, and what they were talking about on the underground message board. There was a new registration awaiting approval in the Sawayaka message board secretariat's email. What is this name? The registration had a rather ridiculous name. The name is Shibata Katsuie. Oh, Jesus. The login ID is Yakiuchi, and the password is Shizugatake Suicide. Ah, what a vulgar woman. The only one who would do something so ridiculous is Minakami Yuki. She doesn't have any fear at all. Earlier, she seemed really interested when she was asking Yokoyama Kiyoshi about this site. Go ahead then, but registering on this site means you too will receive Takashima's curse mail. Can you endure it? Look, the rest of the board is already panicking. They're all shaking in fear. This is a thread for everyone to discuss the mail they're getting from Takashima Zakuro. Previous thread, I got something weird, scary. The thread kept on getting longer. There were still a lot of people trolling. But the truth is, even they were starting to get scared. You can't fool me. I can see your fear as clear as day. I know much better than any of you what fear is. After all, I've lived my life in fear. I know better than anyone that they're just making jokes to hide their fear. Even though the events are all separate, they look as if they're connected. Fear overtakes them. These two look especially delicious. Akasaka Megu and Kitami Satoko. They were using their real names even though it's an anonymous site, and they both insisted that the messages were being sent from Takashima's phone. They insisted that the messages were Takashima Zakuro's curse. Don't tell me you're losing your heads already. And Tachibana Kimika, she's doing great. She wasn't posting with her real name, but she had been fanning the flames ever since the incident. She insisted that this was Takashima's curse, that all humans will die from Takashima's curse. Though, when I investigated, I realized that she really was the one doing almost all the work scaring people. Huh. She started the thread too. Oh, okay. She could post as much as she wanted for all I cared, since it's all anonymous, but why is that? I felt a bit uneasy about Tachibana Kimika. Why is she riling people up? Is it because of her own fear? That was the most logical explanation, but something seemed amiss. Well, whatever. I might as well leave her alone since she's helping me. Now there was nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding, and all the devils besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And forthwith Jesus gave them leave. And the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000, and were choked into the sea. They're just like pigs. They'll run down a steep place into the sea and be choked by the water. Just like that, they grow fearful as they head toward destruction. But still. Maybe I should have expected this since she's a teacher, but Senegawa doesn't seem upset so far, and she hasn't posted on the message board at all. Or maybe it has nothing to do with her being a teacher and she's just that strong-willed. Admitting her fear would be the same as admitting her crime. So she tells herself, that was just an accident. It's not like I had a hand in Takashima Zakuro's bullying. She must be silently enduring her fear, since she wants to believe herself innocent. I hate her attitude. You can't mature as a human being unless you admit your faults. I should punish this woman. Maybe I should make her a sacrifice, in my first ritual to become the savior. Soon the world will require a savior. A sacrifice is necessary for the birth of the savior. No, I suppose I should call it an accident. Or perhaps proof that I am the son of God. And they that fed the swine fled, and told it in the city, and in the country. And they went out to see what it was that was done. And they come to Jesus, and see him that was possessed with the devil, and had the legion, sitting and clothed, and in his right mind. And they were afraid. And they that saw it told them how it befell to him that was possessed with the devil, and also concerning the swine. That's right. Christ became their savior by showing the people several miracles. In order for me to become the true savior, I too must show the people several miracles. For that, a sacrifice is necessary. A sacrifice in order to cause a miracle. Just like the pigs jumping into the ocean, a A sacrifice is necessary. Another day begins for the Savior. It begins. I composed a new message on Takashima's cell phone. It was a prophecy from Takashima. No, for them, it would surely be a curse. From Takashima's Zakuro, blood will pour from the head. Blood will pour from another head. Blood will flow. Blood will flow again today. Their head will be covered in blood. A prophecy from Takashima. For them, a curse. But to me, it was something different. It was the first step in securing Senagawa as a sacrifice. I have to do it myself. That woman will bleed. She will bleed as a symbol, so that they will know she was a sacrifice. That will be the moment of the Savior's birth. Now then, I should go to school. Okay. I entered the classroom. Not silently through the back door, but boldly. Huh? Numata and Nishimura were looking at me. Huh? They both looked away when we met eyes. Are they afraid of me? Am I that scary now? I looked for Yuki. That bastard Yuki. I guess he didn't come to school today. Well, I can't blame him after yesterday. That's probably the reason those two are afraid of me, too. I can understand why they would be afraid of me after I beat up Yuki that badly. But, for some reason, there are other people who look like they're afraid of me. Why? Do the rest of them know what happened to Yuki, too? Well, who cares? I sat at my desk. It was in the back row. From here, I could see everyone else in the class. Oh, that's right. Why didn't I notice before? There's no one behind me. I'm hardly ever in the classroom, and I'm always sweating in fear when I am, so I never noticed before. But still, unlike yesterday, no one was talking about Takashima or the end of the world. It's not like they were just casually chatting. Of course, it only looked like that on the outside. When I looked more closely, a lot of the people in the classroom were acting differently. Strange conversations, strange smiles. Most of them were the people registered on the underground message board. The people who aren't registered thought of that as old news. They were talking about celebrities, stuff on TV, pointless stuff like that. But Takashima was the only thing on the minds of people registered on the message board. The cursed mail came from Takashima every morning. The countdown until the end of the world. Just look, he's as pale as a ghost. A girl hid her phone under her desk as she pounded away at the buttons. Normally she would be smiling and sending messages to her friends or maybe her boyfriend. But look at her expression. Her face is strained of color, and she's intently focused on her phone. What a tragedy. Why would someone be looking at their phone so intently with such a pale face? It's not hard to figure any of them out. As I watched them, they kept checking their phones, one after the other. Oh, right, it should arrive pretty soon. The time is set to just before class starts. Silence reigned throughout the classroom. The sound of vibrating phones echoed in the room. The sound increased as more and more phones started vibrating. The owner's face grew pale every time. Oh, sorry, I got a message. No, me too. Why? Are you guys on a mailing list or something? No, that's not it. Sorry. There were quite a few registered people in this class. It was sent from my computer via Takashima's phone to all of them simultaneously. The color drained from the faces of all the people who knew what that sound meant, and all the rest were just confused. What a contrast. Oh, no, but I already got one this morning. Yeah, what is it? Why are you all getting messages at the same time? No, it's nothing. No way. No, I can't take it. What's wrong? Shut up. It has nothing to do with you. Huh? Oh, well, sorry. No, it's fine, but... How pitiful. You're overreacting, surely. Nothing has happened just yet. Yep, did not mean to right-click. Where's my mouse? There it is. What does this mean? What is this? This is different from the ones before. I hate this. I had nothing to do with her. This is just a prank, right? It has to be. Who would do that? This has to be one of Takashima's pictures. And one of the girls from the other class said that this was Takashima's email address. The girls in the other class? Are you talking about Akasaka Megu and Kitami Satoko? I can't stand this. Why am I getting these messages? Why would she send this message to me? I heard that they stop if you change your email address. No, I heard that they start coming again after a few days. Changing their email, huh? It's true, if they changed that, the messages would stop. It was that easy to stop the curse mail. But if they changed their email address under registration, it would be completely pointless. Some idiot changed his registration after getting a new email address. They took the time to tell the Sawayaka message board secretariat about the change. And of course, once they did that, their new email address started getting the curse mail too. That idiot posted about it on the underground message board. Even if you change your email address, the curse mail will follow you. Of course, there were people who stayed calm and denied it, but there were so many more people in a panic that the reasonable opinions were ignored. Now they're saying, apparently once you get the curse mail, it will follow you forever. As a person sending the messages, it was kind of pathetic how they prefaced that statement with apparently. The rumors seemed to change every day. I couldn't even keep track of all the rumors anymore. Soon they were saying that the curse mail would follow you even if you change your email address, and if you throw your phone away, she'll leave the messages on your home phone's answering machine instead. That's impossible. They've been blinded by their fear. This feeling, this sound again, echoing in my brain. I had a bad feeling. From the hallway. Huh? What's this? When I went down to the hallway, no one was there. Class hadn't started, and yet no one was there. What was that? What just happened? It was like I crossed a barrier into a closed space? Has this area been altered by someone? The only person with that kind of power would be... I returned to the classroom. Hi. I knew it. Knew what? Are you the one who just did that? Of course I was. You were planning on doing something awful to Tsukasa, weren't you? Tsukasa? Oh, your sister, huh? That's right. You've got it in your head that she's evil, too. The way you say that makes it sound like you're admitting you're evil. That's right. If the creator is evil, then the creation must be evil, too. The person who created you? Was that a human? Who knows? They might be lower than human. What are you? Why don't you just put your hand on your chest? What did you... You don't know anything. What? You don't know anything, but you act like you know it all. You're just running away. I don't know anything, huh? Do you think you can say that to me? No. Ooh. Oh, God. It's the best way to avoid looking at that which has been hidden. What do you mean? What are you trying to say? What do I mean? You're the one who knows that best. What did you... You were the one who hid it, after all. I hid it? Yes, you hid it from everyone. Oh, it's this CG again. You're hiding everything! Be quiet! No, I won't be quiet! Okay, I am getting it right. What did you say, you monster? Monster? You're the monster? No, the monster is what you've created. That's wrong. Huh? You... Oh, hello. Oh, Ayana said that's wrong. Okay, why is she here? Wakatsuki Kagami? Wait, you're... Is there any point to giving me a name? For some reason, Wakatsuki Kagami was silent after Otonashi said that. It's almost like she's afraid of Otonashi. Anything can be explained. Even a sheer coincidence has a reason. We can clearly explain anything which we can speak of. But Wakatsuki Kagami, your existence is the best proof that there's no meaning to it. Huh. That's... Once the answer has been found, once it has all been made clear, you won't exist anymore. Then what is the Wakatsuki Kagami standing here right now? The sun upon the back of a frog in a field of grass still exists regardless of whether I gaze upon it or not. Could I say the same of you? What are you talking about? You're going on like you're the only one who knows anything. You're acting like you understand. Then explain it to me. Really? You're the savior.
You don't need to ask me, since you know everything, right? That's quite a strange question.
What?
We can clearly explain anything which we can speak of. It's a boring answer once you remove all the mysteries. A boring life. But that is not everything. There are places whereof we must be silent. The boundary line is one of those places. There, words become worlds, and worlds become words. Not only that, things other than words become words, and things other than worlds become worlds. It's that kind of place. If you reach the end, you might be able to see it too, Wakatsuki Kagami.
I can't see it. There's no way I can see it. What can existence before existence hope to see? What can I hope to feel before existence?
The destination is the day when the world will return to the sky. End sky.
Why are you talking about that?
You're not the only one who knows. You're not the only person who knows about this point.
What did you say?
Either the infinite landscape that all souls in existence have seen, or the one landscape that only my soul has seen. It is neither. Is it both? What?
Oh, Tanashi, you keep talking as if you know something. Wait, no, that is him again, okay. The truth is you don't know anything. You're just trying to obfuscate my vision with your misleading words. Why can't I understand your words with all my knowledge and wisdom? That's impossible. The reason is because you're speaking nonsense. Huh. Okay. That's right. You've always been like that. You use a bunch of confusing words, but you never say anything. You're one of them. You're nothing, but you know how to talk big. You just string the words together as they come to mind. You don't know anything. You don't understand anything. You're just acting like you're smart.
That's enough. If that is what you want to tell yourself.
What? Oh boy. Oh my gosh, she faded out of existence, didn't she? Nope, teacher. Everyone sit down. Class is starting. Mamiya, why are you still standing? What's wrong? Quit spacing out and sit down. Do I look like I'm spacing out? Come on, Mamiya. Your grades have fallen far enough. Would you quit asking stupid questions and sit down already?
Stupid question, is it? If you say so.
Is he gonna do all that bullshit again? He's gonna hit him with the vase or whatever he did before? Okay, class is starting. Turn to page 67. Today we're covering the Roman Mr. Ida! Something wrong? Or would you like to let me start class already? What's wrong, Mamiya? Do you need to go to the bathroom? You really are one of the vulgar people. That's why you can't see the big picture. I froze the classroom with my words of truth. Sometimes the truth is taboo. People hate to hear the truth. The teacher isn't smiling anymore. Did you say something, Mamiya? You don't even know that it is all about to end. It's all about to end? What are you going on about now?
For instance, if we were on a sinking ship, would you be standing at the bow reciting facts about the Roman Empire?
Mamiya, what are you saying?
It's a question. A question. Would you be talking about some trivia from thousands of years ago while the ship sank around you?
History isn't just trivia, and this isn't a boat. It's a classroom, and it's not sinking.
I see. It's not a boat, it's not sinking, and your description of long-dead emperors isn't just trivia.
That's right. Well, Mamiya, have any more complaints?
I have no complaints. It's rather obvious that a vulgar peasant such as yourself wouldn't be able to see the truth. After all, no one complains that cats and dogs can't do arithmetic, do they?
Mamiya, are you feeling alright?
Feeling alright? Whatever do you mean? Maybe you should ask that of yourself, the one doing something so meaningless at a time like this.
What do you mean, meaningless?
Please, consider this. The world may have been created by a demon just 10 seconds ago, and everything we call history was planted in our heads by that demon.
That's impossible. There's plenty of historical evidence that contradicts that idea.
Then maybe the demon made that too. Maybe it planted the historical evidence.
Mamiya, are you sure you're feeling alright? What's wrong?
Even if it wasn't a demon, this textbook may simply be a collection of humanity's convenient rationalizations. The truth may be that there are much greater things in this world, and someone wrote this book in order to conceal them.
Who's the class representative?
Me, sir.
Please go to the staff room and ask them to send Miss Kiyokawa.
Yes, understood.
The woman the class representative passed by me. Ah! As I tried to stop her, my hand happened to touch her. She was so shocked that she fell to the ground. Poor girl. Mamiya, you? You little? Wait. Okay, someone's screaming. Someone stood defiantly in front of me. To stand in the face of my holy presence. There aren't very many humans who can do that. Look, the rest of them are so scared that they've forgotten to breathe. The person who so bravely stood before me must be... Yep. What's wrong with you? How dare you hit a girl? It doesn't matter whether she's a boy or a girl. That you're doing this at all. Sitting here and playing along with this farce when everything is about to end. It's absurd. Every single person here has turned their back on the truth. Cut it out, Mamiya. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just fell because he surprised me.
Mamiya, apologize.
Why would I do that?
Mamiya, do you understand what you're saying? What do you mean the world is ending? I heard a lot of the students have been scared of something lately. Are you the one spreading those rumors?
It means the world is ending. That's all. The end of everything. You could call it the final destination. It's no rumor. It is merely the truth. You are a weak human being. A small human being. And therefore you cannot even lay eyes on me.
Mamiya, come over here.
So you intend to use violence because you can't win with logic?
No one could understand what had just happened. Just that a loud sound echoed through the classroom, and then the teacher fell down, covered in blood. They were too confused to understand that I had just struck the teacher with a flower vase. Because...
It's just like the email said.
Email? Wait. Okay, those boxes are for Yuki, okay. It was different than I had planned. I was intending on making Senagawa bleed. I intended to make her the sacrifice. I just went with the flow. But now Takashima Zakuro's curse mail had claimed another victim. The prediction was... blood will pour from the head. Blood will pour from another head. Blood will flow. Blood will flow again today. Their head will be covered in blood. This too was predetermined. Someone screamed, sending the rest of the class into a panic.
What just...
Is he dead? They made a lot of noise over the collapsed teacher, but no one did anything to me except sneak glances from the corners of their eyes. They're too afraid to look at the classroom's new ruler. It's diverged quite a lot from my plan. Oh well, I took the opportunity. Now it is time for the Savior's sermon. The Savior's first sermon begins now. It begins!
What's wrong? You seem awfully scared of something.
Mamiya Takuji, you son of a...
Oh, if it isn't Minakami. It would appear you're no better than the rest of the poor little lambs here. Your heart is thick with fear.
Okay. Whenever they shift the sprite, it makes me think the other character's talking, but that's not necessarily true.
You should just stand back and watch in fear, like you've been doing. And then you shall feel the flames of hell licking at your flesh.
Mamiya?
What? Are you going to hit me? You're going to bully me, just like Yuki Tomosane and the rest of humanity have?
Huh?
Mark my words, all ye who quiver in fear.
Did he actually mention Tomosane last chapter? And if he did, I was probably just like, huh, who's that? But whatever. All life shall end on the 20th. That is the absolute truth. Both Shiroyama and Takashima died for this truth. Death, that is the message of prophecy. Death, that is the absolute truth. Why is death the message that leads to prophecy? Because it's a foolish attempt to conceal death. So we must speak of that which is concealed. That which conceals death. The first is education. The second is the media. In countries such as this, mandatory education has become commonplace. In our society, the media has swelled and transformed into the highest authority in the world. We have a host of taboos implanted into our minds by public education and through the mass media. The greatest taboo of all is to think upon death. We have put aside any thought of death. We are obliged to act as if our daily lives will continue for eternity. And the reason is because everything is powerless. Everything is meaningless before the unreasoning specter of death. That's why education and the media try to disguise the true meaning of death. The death they intimate to us is but a phantasm on the far shores, something with which we have no relation. It has been reduced to a mere toy, something you can enjoy without worrying that it may ever strike you. But the reality that everyone knows is that every single day, death creeps ever closer to all the people on the planet. Death is reality itself. Mamiya, you?
Mr. Ida! He's okay.
You're wrong.
What have I said that's wrong?
That religious nonsense. You?
Did you hear that? Just now, this man called my thoughts religious nonsense, as if to say I was a madman.
That's wrong.
Am I wrong? To ponder upon death. Has religion not advanced thought on mortality for the past several thousand years? Has metaphysics not? In other words, that which reeks of religion, the act of contemplating death, seems to him the action of a madman. Am I wrong?
You're wrong. You sound like a cultist.
Oh, really? What a strange thing you've just said. What part of what I'm saying seems crazy to you?
I don't know, but...
If you ask me, it seems like you have unfounded conviction for that dogma which you call common sense.
What are you talking about?
You can't resist attaching the label crazy to that which you cannot understand. You declare anything which would overthrow your common sense to be the words of a madman.
You're twisting my words. Mamiya, you? Please, someone call the homeroom teacher, someone!
He desperately appealed to the students, but not a single one moved. Every person in that room was dominated by the atmosphere.
Modern society has reduced death to an abstraction. It is a society that views death as a taboo. The only ones who can speak of that as correct are slaves who have not even the capacity to think. In previous generations, death was the most important subject of philosophical thought, was it not? Was death not the matter of utmost concern? And despite that, modern governments and societies have treated it as if it were irrelevant to our lives. Shut up! No one cares about that cryptic bullshit.
Cryptic bullshit?
Yeah, that's right. I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't think I want to. But I will say this. You're labeling their deaths with your own selfish reasoning.
Selfish, you say?
It's sophistry. It's complete nonsense.
I've heard that theory about society covering up death before. Let's say you're right about that one. Even then, what you're saying about those two deaths signifying something is nothing but fabrication.
All you're doing is appealing to cognitive bias.
Bias?
We just overestimate the frequency of events that affect us emotionally.
It's true. It is strange for two people to fall to their deaths in a row, but their deaths aren't related to anything else. You're just trying to find meaning where there is none. I expect no less from the person who has been gifted with knowledge and wisdom to match my own. I don't need your compliments. I suppose this is what you're trying to say. Wait. No, that's Takuji. I suppose this is what you're trying to say. You want me to show you proof that the meaning I've claimed for their death is... I don't know how to pronounce that word, so yeah, that works.
Proof? Are you stupid? There's nothing you could show us that would prove that. After all, no matter how you look at it, you're just spouting nonsense.
Do you know how we differentiate between science and charlatanry?
Science and charlatanry?
Yes, how would one differentiate science from pseudoscience?
She was silent, of course.
The problem of differentiating between science and pseudoscience still hasn't been completely solved. It's still a fuzzy line, even to the experts. Since she knows that, she has no choice but to be silent. She's in a dilemma because she has as much knowledge and wisdom as I do. It's annoying how idiots tend to make flippant remarks in situations like this. The difference between science and pseudoscience lies in whether or not the theory makes novel predictions.
Novel predictions?
I didn't think an idiot like you would know that phrase. It's a principle proposed by Imre Lakatos. It can be used to determine whether a theory is scientific or pseudoscientific. That is him, right? No. Oh, well, this one's not. Kuhn's paradigm theory and Popper's falsificationism. Lakatos built upon those to create his methodology of research, and then he derived his principle of novel predictions from that. The word prediction sounds almost religious, doesn't it? To put it simply, a novel prediction is a truthful prediction that may appear strange to the layman, but can be derived from the theory.
Okay.
In other words, if the predictions I make based on my theory,
If those predictions come true, then my theory is correct. The theory of relativity predicted many phenomena that were later demonstrated through experimentation. Therefore, the theory of relativity is correct. Alright. I see. So then you're going to make some predictions? Yes. I shall now make several novel predictions. And as they bear fruit one by one, you will all quiver with fear. My verity. That's ridiculous. She spit those words at me and then looked away. Utter defeat. This is the difference between the savior and a perfect human. Minakami Yuki and Tomosane Yuki could never match me. Okay, I guess Tomosane is his family name, alright? Both of them are just hurdles created by my mother. Even if they think themselves perfect, they can't hope to match me. And the reason is because I am the savior. God sacrificed these two so that I could be reborn. The first was Shirayama Tsubasa, and the second was Takashima Zakuro. God sacrificed them so that I could be reborn. I have been reborn. As what? The savior. Yes, as the savior. The world will end in 5 days, but that is an omen of greater things. An omen that the world will be reborn. Those not saved, along with the old world, will fall into the depths of hell to suffer for eternity. An eternity of torment! Everyone knows that the world is pervaded by lies, that the truth is hidden. The foolish speak of equality, but everyone knows that the world is not equal. The foolish speak of freedom, but everyone knows that there is no freedom in the world. The foolish speak of love, but everyone knows that love is traitorous. The foolish say that you must not kill, but everyone knows that the world is brimming with murderers. The foolish say that you must not lie, but everyone knows that the foolish themselves are lying. Those who swallow the lies of the foolish make fools of themselves. Yes, they're lies. They were all lies. That the world has always existed, and that the world will continue to exist forevermore. They are all lies. The path we walk leads to the abyss. The world will end. It will surely end. This is the truth. As proof, I shall make 3 predictions. Firstly, the thickness of death in the air will be affirmed with yet another death. Secondly, a large number of people will witness the death. Thirdly, the deceased will speak of the ultimate demise. I dash from the room. Their faces. What wonderful faces. Numata's face, Nishimura's face, the teacher's face, the rest of the people in the class, and Minakami Yuki's face. Are those the faces of those who I once feared? They're worthless. They're truly worthless. Huh? That's Otsunashi Ayana. Hello again, howdy. Yes. I'll wipe that cruel expression off your face soon enough. It's summer, it's not cool at all. I can see through your bluff. Otsunashi Ayana, you are nothing but Riruru's dregs. You're just a shadow. I'm not afraid of you. Like I said, I'm not scary. Actually, I'm super nice. I'm even famous for being nice to everyone. Don't make fun of me. I am within the omen. And after the omen, I will reach fruition. That's so? Keep at it then. Shut up! Don't make fun of me! I'm not making fun of you. Mamiya, goodbye. What? You're going to return the world to the sky, right? I am the omen. I am the presentiment. I am the apex of life. I am the apex. I am the end sky. Open sesame. Who is it? What? Hello, Kimika. Okay, but like, why'd you say open sesame? Who is it? Okay. Howdy. What do you want? Are we gonna learn stuff about you? What are you doing? She was looking at me weird. Her name is Tachibana Kimika, I think. The person who betrayed Takashima Zakuro. Why is she here? Are you looking for me, Tachibana Kimika? So you know my name. I didn't really know her well. Her face was in one of Takashima's pictures, that's all. Yeah, you're the one who betrayed Takashima, right? I thought you would flinch when I said that, but her expression didn't change at all.
Yeah, that's right. I betrayed Takashima Zakuro. I chased her to her death.
What is she holding? She was hiding something in her right hand. Is it the knife? Why are you here?
Well, you're the savior, right?
Yeah, and?
I'm in the class next door, so I heard you shouting.
I see. And you couldn't help listening when you heard Takashima Zakuro's name?
Something like that. I ran into the hall and listened. You're awfully popular. I wasn't the only one in the hall listening either. There were even a few teachers out there hanging on your every word.
What? Teachers?
Yeah.
So the teacher next door heard me hit Ida with a vase. Why didn't he come stop me? And? What were they doing?
They were quivering. I could hear their teeth chattering.
They were quivering? Oh, I see. So that teacher was... That teacher must have been Senagawa. Ah. From her surprised expression, I must have been right. What is it?
For all your confidence, you do still make mistakes.
What?
It was Kiyokawa. Kiyokawa Asumi. She's your homeroom teacher, isn't she?
It was Kiyokawa? Why would she be so scared? She's our homeroom teacher. I would have expected her to come stop me. No, wait. There was someone who registered with a referral from Senagawa. I thought it was likely that the registration was from a teacher. If that was Kiyokawa, then it all makes sense. Kiyokawa has been receiving the cursed mail too. She was so scared that she didn't stop me. Kiyokawa Asumi, huh? Did she do anything else?
I couldn't hear her very well, but she was muttering something like, Yui, is that true?
Oh, really? And Yui is Senagawa's first name. Those two are close enough to call each other by their first names. Well, there aren't very many teachers around their age at the school. Most of the others are closing in on retirement.
Ah. But why did you think it was Senagawa?
Just now, her voice cracked for a second. She's upset. There's no mistake, she's bluffing. She's been acting confident this whole time, but she's quivering on the inside. She definitely reacted when I said Senagawa's name. Well, of course. She's the one who was posting so much about Takashima on the underground message board. She was clearly distraught about the curse. It really is a curse. At this rate, we're all going to die. Those messages are really bizarre. And so on. She sounded awfully upset in those posts. She doesn't know I read all those posts she made. What a stupid girl. Her bluffing is truly impertinent. Do you want to know why I thought it was Senagawa?
Yes. Why Mrs. Senagawa?
Her speech grew a little more polite. I could see straight through her. She must have been expecting me to say it was because Senagawa was in hot water for being the advisor to the Fine Arts Club where Takashima used to get bullied. Almost everyone had heard that rumor. She must have been expecting me to say something simple like that. My next words. I'll make you quiver in fear. I'll expose your bluff, Tachibana Kimika. Why are you acting so high and mighty?
High and mighty? Oh, I'm just worried you might be shocked to hear it.
Shocked? What a face. Where did all your confidence go, Tachibana?
Yeah, I was just wondering how you'd react when you heard Senagawa was going to die.
For some reason, her expression went blank for an instant. Why? Why isn't she surprised? Then in the next instant... Oh, God.
Eh?
Her expression froze for a second, then changed into a forced smile. They say that when faced with true fear, a human's expression almost looks like they're laughing. This unnatural laugh must mean that she's more scared than she's ever been in her life.
Why will she die? When will she die?
When? Pretty soon, I suppose.
Do you mean, like, today or tomorrow?
Hold on. How scared are you? Where did your courage go? Yeah, something like that.
Why Mrs. Senagawa? Why is she going to die?
The reason?
There's only one reason, isn't there? Huh? Do you mean Takashima Zakuro's curse?
Yeah, that's it.
Then, is anyone else going to die?
At this rate, yeah.
Oh, I see. Others are going to die. Others are going to be killed.
She's so scared. I can hear her voice shaking.
I have another question. Why is Mrs. Senagawa going to die first?
Because she was especially hated.
Ah.
Her face distorted in a way I'd never seen before. This was almost a death sentence for her. The 4 people most deserving of Takashima's hate, would be Akasaka Megu, Kitami Satoko, Senagawa Yui, and Tachibana Kimika herself.
Mrs. Senagawa was especially hated.
What a smile. The fear is practically written on her face. Is it that scary? Yeah, and some others, like Akasaka Megu and Kitami Satoko. Yeah, the people who were involved in her bullying.
Then
Who knows? But you're not getting them, are you?
Not getting them? You mean...
There are 2 kinds of curse mail. One is the kind that is sent to everyone once a day to pronounce their deaths. And the other is messages full of hate that come every hour.
I haven't gotten any of those.
Well, I guess not.
What does that mean?
I don't know whether any of you are getting the messages or not, but I can see the curse.
You can see the curse?
Yeah, I can see the hate swirling around people's bodies.
Then, what about me?
I wish I could say there's nothing, but your curse is as strong as Kitami and Satoko's. Kitami is Satoko, though. Okay.
Then why am I not getting the other kind of curse mail?
Maybe she sympathizes with you.
Sympathizes?
You were bullied for a long time, just like her. For some reason, her expression went blank again. She doesn't react like most people.
So, will Akasaka and Kitami die too?
At this rate?
What do you mean? Can you stop the curse?
Who knows? I'm not sure.
Can you stop it?
Her tone changed again. She doesn't react normally at all. Is that why I don't have a read on her personality? Does she have, like, multiple personalities or some sort of, like, tick? I guess?
Yeah, of course. Then you can stop Mrs. Senagawa's curse, too.
I could, but I won't.
Why would that be?
That's what the world has determined. It's been determined that Senagawa Yui will die.
No, really? She's fated to die. Then what about Akasaka Megu and Kitami Satoko?
And what about me?
Who knows? I can't tell you that. Oh really? Now that you mention it, I do remember you saying that you would only save those who came to pray at your feet.
That's right. I don't have any obligation to save everyone, and I would be going against God's plan if I did.
I see.
But to put it another way, anyone who bowed to you could be saved. That's right.
Will you save me?
Just a moment. For some reason, her face changed back into its original expression for just a moment. Rather than fear, it looked more like intent to kill.
My savior.
What?
Would you take me as your humble servant?
You mean you want to join me?
Yes. I'm scared that I might be killed by Takashima's curse. I don't want to die.
Oh, is that it? I mistook it for intent to kill, but it was the expression of a hunter that's found its prey. She was hunting for a way to save herself, and she found it. I guess she's just an animal looking to save itself. She acted like she knew something important, but she was just motivated by self-preservation. That's the embodiment of a simple, predictable woman.
I'll do anything to be saved. Please save me.
Her attitude changed completely. Now she's begging me for salvation. How pathetic. Do you want to be saved that badly?
Yes. Please save me, my savior. You're the only one who can stop Takashima Sakuro's curse.
Yeah, of course.
Please allow me to be your servant. I'll do anything. I'll do anything. So please.
Did you just come here to escape the curse?
I'll do anything. My faith may still be lacking, but I'll listen to whatever you say.
Alright. You're welcome at my side.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, it's pre-established harmony. It's because of the fate my mother has determined for me that you are here.
Pre-established harmony? What's that?
Everything is inevitable.
Takashima didn't kill you because she needed you to do something. She needed me to do something? That's right. She needs you to spread her predictions to more people. Predictions? The prediction that the world will end on the 20th? Exactly. The 20th is the world's last day. Why me? Love and hate are two sides of the same coin. Takashima resented you, but she also loved you. She wanted you to save everyone. Wanted me to save? Okay. That expression's out of nowhere. Zakuro wanted me to. She was that kind of person. She was honest, kind, and pure. She died in your place. What the fuck? I seriously don't have any read at all on her personality. She's gotta have like a tick or something. Like, come on. My place? Yes. She died so that she could warn everyone of the world's destruction on the 20th. And why? Why did Takashima Zakuro die? Why? Because it was necessary. Necessary? That's right. She needed to become a ghost in order to save you. She needed to become a spirit so she could know the future. And the reason you are still alive is so you can tell the people. You need to tell the people what Takashima knew. I need to. Tell the people what Zakuro knew. That's right. Takashima Zakuro entrusted it to you. Entrusted it? Yes. She trusted that you would come to me and save the world. That I would. One must know pain themselves before they can understand the pain of others. The pain of others. That's why people who haven't known pain themselves can so easily hurt the people around them. That's... Akasaka Megu and Kitami Satoko are perfect examples of that. But you're different. You know pain. Right now, you're the person who understands Takashima Zakuro's pain more than any other. Is there anyone who understands Takashima Zakuro's pain better than you do? Is there anyone who understands Takashima Zakuro's feelings better than you do? No, there's no one. I was her friend, and she saved me. Then, despite my love for her, I betrayed her, and... I understand. I understand what you're saying. Don't say anything more. Takashima understands. Mamiya-sama. Oh, great. Wow, okay. I seriously don't know what she's about. Until now, you thought you were worth less than the worms underfoot. You thought your existence had no value. You associated with the bitches, the whores, and the worms, and you were scorned. You thought you had no value. And after you betrayed the friend that saved you, what value did your existence have? But you were wrong! You have value! You have a reason to exist. That's why Takashima died in your place! My savior! But there is a reason for your existence. Be relieved, Tachibana Kimika. You were right to come to me. This too was a result of Takashima's guidance. Zakuro's? Before her death, she was my servant. She was of great use to me, though she wasn't. Zakuro was? Well, I wasn't yet the savior at that time, so I guess you could say we were dating. Though I guess it was just her unrequited love for me. I never really realized the truth at that time.
Other way around, Takuji.
She died so that I could be awakened as the savior. The truth is, she died for me. She knew everything. That's why she kept it a secret from me, her lover, that she was going to die, so that I could awaken as the savior. My savior? You were dating Zakuro? Yeah, it seems she loved me, though I wasn't able to respond to her feelings very well. The person Zakuro loved? You're Zakuro's savior? Yes, I was the savior to Takashima Zakuro as well. Senagawa Yui. You know who she is. Yes! Takashima Zakuro resents Senagawa Yui more than Akasaka Megu or Kitami Satoko. Yes! Oh, right. Takashima Zakuro might make peace with those two. I could help them. Help them? I intend to help them attain Takashima's forgiveness. Can you really do that? Of course I can. Who do you think I am? No, sorry. Anyway, they may make peace with Takashima, but Senagawa is different. Mrs. Senagawa is different? Yes, Takashima resents the fact that the teacher allowed the bullying to happen. I guess she did. She knew, but she didn't want to bother with it.
That's right. Watch her movements.
Movements?
She will die tomorrow.
Huh?
She would die from Takashima Zakuro's curse.
Mrs. Senagawa will die from Zakuro's curse? Die from Zakuro's curse. Die. Die. Senagawa is going to die.
What is this girl's damage?
Killed by Zakuro. Killed.
Maybe I scared her too much. Her emotions are a wreck. Her face looks like she's lost in ecstasy. I have to be careful. If I scare humans too much, they might break. Tachibana, are you alright?
Eh? Yes?
She will die tomorrow.
Tomorrow, got it.
Yes, and I need you to watch her movements until then.
Surveillance until she dies?
No, you can stop at the end. It'd be hard on you to watch a person die.
Not at all, I'm fine.
She was so emotional before, but then she accepted that someone was going to die without even blinking. Does this girl have a screw loose? Clearly. That's why I haven't gotten a fucking read on her personality yet. She still makes no sense, even after this conversation. But at least I think there's definitely a reason for it. Or...
I'll do anything. If it helps you, my savior.
I see, so that's why. The reason she accepts it so easily. She's like a well-trained soldier, or a cultist. Tachibana Kimika. She could be useful. Alright, then. I'll entrust you with this mission.
Understood. I won't let you down.
From now on, message me and tell me about all her movements, no matter how irrelevant it may seem. Report everything you notice to me.
Understood.
I'm putting my trust in you. My servant.
I will perform my duty.
She could be a useful tool. Suddenly obtaining a loyal servant like this must have been predetermined. This is great. My mother was so kind. I'm sorry. Sometimes lines just feel like they're incredibly, like, all of a sudden, like Persona 5. Ha, isn't that right, Akechi? And he's like, yeah, no one knows that I was an undesirable child. Just stuff like that, it just catches me off guard. I didn't expect her to arrange this. Jesus Christ's meeting with the apostles could only be called fate. It could be called a necessary coincidence for the Savior. The first disciple, Tachibana Kimika, the woman who betrayed Takashima Zakuro. Though I thought she was hiding something in her right hand at first, I guess it was just my imagination. I would say it's the knife, but whatever. That was too suspicious of her. She's definitely got something up with her. Something like this. I convinced myself as I sat in front of my computer. From Takashima Zakuro, subject, no subject.
You definitely saw it, but you didn't do anything. You knew, but you pretended like you didn't.
This would be the first message. 1 hour later, this would be sent.
You knew they were always bullying me. On the roof of building C. They borrowed the key from you after all.
Isn't this a masterpiece? This one doesn't just say, it hurts, it hurts. This one is only being sent to Senagawa. I won't send this one to Akasaka Megu or Kitami Satoko. It's curse mail just for that teacher. She'll know fear like she's never known before. I've already written all of the curse mail I'll need to make her into a sacrifice. But I'll need to do some fine-tuning to corner her. I have a person reporting her every move. In that way, Tachibana Kimika became my loyal servant at the perfect time. I made her watch Senagawa and report her every move. I'll use every message from her to fine-tune the contents of the curse mail. I'll lead her to her demise. A sacrifice so that I may become the savior. Now then. Next is the question of what to do with Akasaka Megu and Kitami Satoko. I'll give them the opposite of what I gave Senagawa. For Senagawa, death. For those two, salvation. That should be an appropriate miracle for me to show the masses. And for that, first I have to fish them out. If I don't cast my line, I won't be able to catch any fish. I would have never done this before. I started a thread on the Sawayaka message board with my own name. 1. Who shall be saved and who shall not? Ah. Many of you have confirmed it. Many of you have seen it. Takashima's message predicted my awakening. I am standing here now, as the savior. Now it is time to determine who will be saved and who will not. People started replying right after I posted the thread. Of course, their hearts are thick with fear. They're mocking me. Are you all that scared? The thread grew incredibly quickly. Now I just had to wait for the most fearful person of all to post. They'll definitely fall into this thread's trap. They're the ones who most desire to be saved from the situation. Let the game begin. You can only dance in the palm of my hand. Alright, I think I'm just gonna end the episode here because I never know, like, when is a good scene transition to end the episode or when's not a good scene transition to end the episode. But considering the fact that the song didn't even change, this probably isn't a very good one. But I have stuff that really needs to get done today, so I can't really afford to take a risk and make the video last upwards of 20-30 minutes longer. So, yeah, sorry, this is definitely a bad time to end the episode, but what has to be done has to be done. At least it was a pretty interesting episode. We learned more about Kimika, even though learned more about Kimika is a pretty bold statement, I feel, but either way, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. If you liked it, then be sure to press the like button, and if you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!